Hello, and welcome to Critical 20 Day. My camera's over there. I've got about 15 minutes, and I wanted to make a video, but I didn't know what to talk about. So I figured I'd tell you about some of my life stories. Got quite a few. Until like today, really, I've always felt that my life was uninteresting. Never had anything exciting happen. Then I started thinking about all of the things I've done. And that changed my outlook. I've done some pretty interesting things. And had some pretty interesting experiences. I've got an entire list, like the list just goes on. Oh, you can't see it's too bright. Whatever. So, they're just basically thought points that I can go off. Let's take off my glasses so it's not reflecting the screen. Alright. Let's move that over there. Alright, so first point is school. Where to start with school? Other than the fact that I've been tutoring in an elementary school for the last couple of weeks. Just like me, new kids having fun. I should probably put my microphone in front of me instead of behind my screen. Well, it's been pretty interesting, actually. Today's Valentine's Day, as many of you probably know, unless you don't live in the USA. And I saw all these kids bringing their decorated boxes, like little basketball hoops, llamas, all these cool things. It made me think back to the days when I'd done that. I can't remember any of the particular things I did, but I remember how much fun it was to decorate Valentine's boxes in elementary school. And a couple weeks ago, it was a kid's birthday in one of the classes that I'm an aide for. And he's just like, oh yeah, he brought us treats. And it's like, when did we stop doing that? When did we stop bringing treats to class? Well, of course, then I realized it was after you weren't with the same class all day, every day. But the point still remains. People expect to be given stuff on their birthdays, not give stuff away. I thought that was fascinating. Anyways. My school stories. Let's see how many of these I can remember. I know I've got at least one that's good. Let's see if I can tell it well. So I was in first grade. I can say teachers' names, it's fine. It's Mrs. Lunt's class. I don't even know if she still teaches there anymore. Last time I checked, she did. And I went to a charter school, so we had to wear our uniforms every day. All of that, I really like charter schools. I've always gone to charter schools. I don't have any experience with public schools or private schools. But I like charter schools. I like wearing uniforms. I like all of that. Gives everyone a sense of unity. But anyway, back to my story. I don't even remember what day it was. I don't remember what we were learning about. I just remember sitting in the back of the room where I usually do, just in my assigned seat. And I wasn't feeling too good. And I started getting the telltale signs of, like, I'm about to throw up. At least for me, it's like lots of saliva in my mouth, things like that. So I told my teacher that I thought I was going to throw up. So she had me pull up a chair next to her desk and lean over the garbage can in case I did throw up. And eventually, I got taken to the front office, back into a little room behind it where sick people go, where I had to go multiple times because I got sick quite a bit. And the secretary, bless her heart, love her, wife of the principal, absolutely loved them both. Called my mom to come and get me, but my mom couldn't come. So she had our neighbor from like 6 doors down come and pick me up. Oh! No, you know what day that was? That was Christmas. That was like the day of our Christmas party. I remember now. And I was just devastated because we hadn't had our Christmas party yet. So, while I was lying in the sick room, remembering all these important details. Good job, Braden. One of the kids from my class came and brought me one of the Secret Santa presents, and I opened it, and it was this giant, like, king-size symphony bar. I was pretty happy about that. I like chocolate. Or at least I did. I don't like chocolate so much anymore, because it makes my teeth really tingly, sensitive, whatever. That was an interesting day for sure. And I remember we had this school anthem almost. Let's see if I can even remember it. Oh, let's see. I remember the chorus. Let's see. It was on a giant banner in the cafeteria in the gym. No, not that song. That's a different song. Dear Brain. Other song. It started something like, to get an education, or to gain an education, that's why we come to school. And geography and science. I don't remember which verse is which. With math and language too. And don't forget the wealth of books we'll read before we're through. For the love of learning, we come to school, you see. Striving for excellence is our philosophy. We're Timp Academy Titans, and united we'll say, let the love of learning light the way. We'll make a contribution to our community by learning all we can about our history. This is where this part comes in. Geography and science with math and language too. And don't forget the wealth of books we'll read before we're through. For the love of learning, we come to school, you see. Striving for excellence is our philosophy. We're Timp Academy Titans, and united we'll say, let the love of learning light the way. Yeah, exactly, Ammon. You know what I'm talking about. I couldn't remember how the first verse went, though. But I remember that song. That was like one of the iconic things of elementary school. Like, I think it was every day we would sing that song just before we went off to classes. It was just so much fun. Loved that song. Let's see, what else do I remember about school? I remember learning to play the recorder. That was fun. I would play the songs that we learned at recess. Who was that? And there was an author who came. Ah, shoots, I have to look something up now. Who was it? I remember the name of the book, but not the name of the author. Oh, my keyboard's not on. That's what happens when I put it on my lap. I have to turn it off sometimes. It was J. Scott Savage. That's right. And I loved when authors came. I would buy their books in a heartbeat. And it was Far World Waterkeep was the book. And I remember getting that and just reading it every recess, reading it whenever I got the opportunity. I really liked that book. Don't so much anymore because it's kind of grown out of that particular style. But it was a great book, and I still have it somewhere. Still signed by him. Let's see. What else? I remember in third grade teacher had us sing Silent Night in German. That was fun. Stille Nacht. For all our parents. And that was... that was so much fun. The first little concert. Actually, no. Because we did concerts all throughout elementary school. First one's like a patriotic concert in first grade. It was like every year or two we'd have songs we'd learn. We'd put on a concert for the school. And it was a middle school right next to an elementary. Let's see. And I cannot remember my second grade teacher's name for the life of me. I remember her name being Miss Ellis. But I'm pretty sure the only reason I remember that is because she taught us about Ellis Island. I'm 90% certain that was not her name. But I'm still at least partially convinced that it is. My glow stick, I like glow sticks. Let's see, what else do I remember? Fourth grade. Fourth grade was great. That was when I finally realized I needed glasses. And would wash them every day. Because I was told to, and I don't do that anymore. Loved my fourth grade teacher. We had a class song that we would sing at the end of the day sometimes. Let's see if I can remember this one. I think it was like, success in life depends on me, I have the right to choose. It all depends on what I think and on the thoughts I use. Life is filled with obstacles I can overcome. With the proper attitude I'll conquer everyone. Wait, is those really the lyrics? That sounds a little bit dark. I'll conquer everyone! I can, because I think I can. I will do it, you will see. This world is filled with challenges and opportunity. I can, because I think I can. It's my attitude, you see, that determines my success and what I want to be. There was a second verse too, but I don't think I can remember that one. No. Secretly, our fourth grade anthem was about conquering the world. I didn't even realize it. Well, it wasn't, but the point is still there. And our fourth grade teacher, like I was saying before, absolutely loved her. My favorite teacher that I've ever had. And I liked a lot of my teachers a lot, like, because she took the time to read us the Underland Chronicles. And I absolutely love this series. I've had this since fourth grade. And these books are starting to fall apart. Like, I absolutely love these books. And it was my fourth grade teacher who introduced me to them. So, and I recommend them for anyone. They're about I'd say late elementary, early middle school reading level, but they're absolutely fantastic. I'd recommend them to anyone. I still read them every now and again. I'll read the entire series in a week. Absolutely love it. They're quick reads. Just love them. Anything else I can think about? I've got about 6 minutes. Then I have to go to the dentist. I might do some more when I get back. This is fun. Can't remember anything specific from 5th grade. Oh, 4th grade still. Our teacher. Oh, I freaking loved her. She gave us the option of doing a test at the end of the year on everything we learned, or doing like a musical. And of course we chose the musical. So we learned a bunch of songs, like the Utah State Street. You got paid $1. I wish I got paid $1. I'd be rich for every 100 pages. Dude, this would be worth like 15 bucks. 10 bucks every time I read The Way of Kings. I really wish that I got that. But yeah, so we got to sing all these songs and it was great. There was one about the railroad that spanned the United States. Like, iron wheels are rolling down the new-built track. Each train kept on going, no thought of turning back. A lot of tired workers laying rails along the line met at Promontory Point in 1869. I think that's how it went. That one was a good one. There was also one about the mountain men, and like one about different Indian tribes. Oh, what was that one? It's like, the Utes, Paiutes, and Goshoot, Shoshones, Navajo. The Indian tribes of Utah who lived here long ago. Throughout the mountain valleys they lived and hunted game. The Ute tribe is where Utah got its name. They were just so much fun. I loved them. Like, I would take that over doing a final any day. That was amazing. Like, my 4th grade teacher was absolutely phenomenal. Loved her. Loved everything she did. Like, I can barely even remember my kindergarten teacher anymore. I think her name was Miss Mead. This has turned into me singing songs from elementary school. And how could I forget the most important part? I think I put this as a separate point, but I'm talking about this now. And this is elementary school. Every year, we did Hope of America. And there was one year we were like Polynesians in 3rd grade. That's what it was. And we did different things every year. And I loved it. Loved every second of that. Absolutely loved it. In 5th grade, we got to be the part of the flag and sing all these amazing songs. And it's like, oh, let's see if I can, like, the Declaration of Independence. Or, no, that's not my favorite one. Wherever there is darkness, together we'll bring light. Let's shine on all God's children, shine with all your might. For those who feel forgotten, who are lost along their way, this light's a new beginning, shining bright. It's there to light the way. Then we can be a light, shining everywhere, all across America, showing people that we care. So let your light so shine, helping others find their way. We can turn the darkest night into the brightest day. All across America, people reaching out their hands. Grab your light and join our chorus. Everyone shine bright throughout this land. We can be a light, shining everywhere, all across America. I can't do that. We were pretty much screaming it in elementary school. Alright. I absolutely loved that. Hope of America was one of my favorite things of elementary school. And I don't remember the dear librarian's name, but I loved her too. Because I was a bookworm. I remember in 6th or 7th grade, I can't remember. I absolutely fawned over book orders. I loved book orders. And I'd beg my parents to buy me books. Just beg them. So what I got to go to the Steelheart release party down at Barnes & Noble in Orem. And I come back the next day, or 2 days later. I'm sitting there reading my book as book orders are being passed out. Front and center is freaking Steelheart by Brandon Sanderson. I was ahead of the curve. Also, this copy, let's just focus on that for a second. This is a numbered copy of Steelheart. Number 16. During middle school, I kind of got a group of friends, and we started playing a lot. And there was one field trip, where we went bowling, and it was great. We basically got a lane for just me and my group of friends. We were bowling and we were having a great time. Absolutely loved that. And we would sit at lunch a lot together and eat. I've got maybe 2 more minutes, then I have to go to the dentist. We did a couple plays as well. Cyrano. We did Cyrano and Tom Sawyer. And I remember in Tom Sawyer, I wanted to be someone with, like, no lines, so I got to be the constable. And that was great. Was that one, or was that the next one? Because we went bowling after just for fun. No, that was that one, yeah. We said that we were going to start a Minecraft world, and then every strike you got a diamond block, but never ended up happening. We were all in the same grade going up. We switched between classes, like, we'd all be in one class with one person in another class, and then we'd all be in one class with a different person in another class. And that is actually where all of this got started. We originally were a group of friends, and we called ourselves the Diamond Squad. And that ended up just turning into this, I guess, more or less. Because Jonathan and I together started the Diamond Squad. And it was just fantastic. Anyway, that's all of the elementary school stories I have. And I don't have time for any more. I would love to keep talking, but I don't have time. I'll come back after my dentist appointment, stream again, and tell more stories. I guess that's elementary and middle school. When we were doing Tom Sawyer, I had everyone's lines memorized, so I'd mouth along with them. Yeah, those were fun days. And we got to go to the pool at the end of every year, and the field day was great. They'd always bring a fire truck, spray us with water. The Mountain Man Fair. Whatever the Mountain Man Fair was, that was great too. But I gotta go. I will see you all next time. I'll see you in a few hours. And I'm going to talk about high school stories. Ooh, that'll be interesting. I don't know if I have terribly many of them, so I might have to go into the next thing on my list. But I will see you all later, and Kaluim Velar, or walk with power.